Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Married at First Sight, season 16, episode 16. We still in Nashville. The Unbearable Truth is the name of the episode. And I apologize for giving y'all my reviews late. If you're wondering why, this show is the sole reason why my reviews are late, okay? I've been trying to watch since Wednesday and I've been falling asleep day after day after day. When is decision day? Okay, like we the people had enough. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. If you're new here or if you're not, either way, if you enjoy this type of content, please check out my other videos. Don't hesitate to subscribe because I am trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I need your help. Like the video, comment. It's free 99 and it will help me out, okay? So y'all know for this show I go couple by couple. Let's go ahead and get into it. We can start with Jasmine and Aries. I feel like I've been starting with them every week, but I mean, doesn't matter. Like, doesn't really matter. It really don't. So the couples are getting ready for the couples retreat. Now this was usually where all the drama happened, but we ain't really had no good drama since Michaela and them was on the show. Okay, but Jasmine tells him he better win the men's pageant because they got a weekend filled with activities for them to do. Because otherwise, what will we be watching? Like the cast don't really got a whole bunch of personality going on, if you ask me. So on the drive down to the mountains, Jasmine's driving. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's something about like why are half of the women driving down? I mean, it's just something I noticed. Like, I mean, Eris don't like. Come on, can we get something? Like, you ain't did nothing romantic. You ain't really gave nothing. Can you let her sit back and relax and you drive at least? But no, he can't. So Jasmine hands him some icebreaker cards while she drives because they don't talk about nothing, so they ain't gonna have no natural flowing conversation. Ayers feels like the cards are depressing with all these questions, and he was saying he hopes their room isn't next to Shaq and Kirsten or Nicole and Chris because they doing a grown up, and he don't want to hear all that noise when he trying to sleep. So during the men's pageant, Jasmine is the host. Of course, it's only right that she would host. We know she's a pageant queen. Aries wins. He seems to, have all the right answers. It looks like it's giving a little hope to Jasmine, in my opinion. Not sure why, but I digress. So, the lack of a couple go rock climbing, and Jasmine climbing up that wall like Spider Man. She just right away. Like, it's like, once again, that's why he feeling like, I think he feel like he can't keep up with her, like he can't compete with her. She's like super athletic and flexible. She's doing the flips and stuff on the trampolines. Like, she's active, and maybe he feels just a little intimidated, if you ask me. So they seem to be having fun, and when they're talking, Eris actually makes eye contact, and I think this is the first time I've seen him like not get so shifty eyed. Like, he looked her in the eye and held it for a few seconds. I was in disbelief. I see why she's getting false hope because we're making a little bit of progress. Too bad it's not enough progress to say yes on decision day, in my opinion. But Jasmine says she's going to try to work on her communication. It's like, what? I mean, a couple of days until decision day. But let's see. So at group dinner, Eris is giving Jasmine praise for being strong and tolerating his mistreatment. We done told y'all we don't want that strong black woman trope. Like, but Jasmine will take crumbs at this point. She's just taking whatever he gonna give her. She just excited that he giving her something. So he's telling her what she want to hear, and I mean, babe, we need consistent actions. But I guess just hearing it is enough for Jasmine. So Eris claims he has to leave early for a work trip, and he'll miss the '80s party later on. Shaq and Kirsten Shaq and Kirsten are at the couples retreat preparing for the men's pageant. Kirsten is, giving Shaq tips on how to walk. She giving everybody tips. She giving Nicole tips on how to, get the sex appeal. She giving Shaq tips on how to walk and strut his stuff during the pageant. Wasn't enough though because he didn't win, but it was, it was something. So the actually all the wives were pretty much trying to help out their husbands though. So the couples do an activity where they go on an indoor slide, like you can see like at water parks and stuff or wherever. They like sit on a little tube and go down a slide. Kirsten was acting like she was scared, but Miss Adventurous went down. They talk about D-Day. It's giving mixed signals. I wasn't quite sure what was going on. Fast forward. So the next day, the guys are cooking for the ladies, and they bring up sex, of course, because, like, what else are we going to talk about? Like, it's all the men care about, especially Aries. He's living vicariously through them at this point. So Shaq said they're keeping it private and taking it slow. How y'all keeping it private when last week you yelled from the mountaintops that y'all consummated the marriage? Now you want to keep quiet and take it slow? Don't tell me y'all was one and done, because that's what it's giving a little bit. So he said, all this mixed signal she giving, like if she wasn't doing all that and she was upfront and honest from the start, from jump, like they could have been like Chris and Nicole. But she constantly moving the goalposts. Don't compare yourself to another couple. Like Chris and Nicole ain't really giving couple goals. None of y'all are. Not none of y'all, including Chris and Nicole. So Shaq is still upset that he hasn't met her family. Honestly, at this point, I would be too, because what's going on? It's giving you not really in this. For the 80s party, Shaq is dressed in 70s good times attire. Like, what are you doing? And why are you doing it? This is an 80s themed party. Okay. He said he a 90s baby. He don't really know what's going on. He was born in 91. There is no excuses, okay? I'm 33. He's only a year younger than me. Like, there is no excuses. Like, it just was coming up. You wasn't born in 1999. Like, what? Why is my child making that? Hold on. Now, where was it? Oh, yeah. Shaq and his 80s nonsense. But he Googling stuff. Talking about, they was on a Running Man. The electric slide. Okay, I know some of these you can't be for real. Like, really? Really? Your mother never was playing like no Anita Baker or nothing while y'all was cleaning on Sundays. You never went to a party with, and we all know style and fashion always makes a comeback. Remember the early 2000s when Missy Elliott had us wearing Kangol hats and bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair again? But, I mean, okay, I guess. He just want to just make it known that he's the youngest one there. You ain't that young. Okay, everybody is 30 plus. That's why this season just don't do it for me. Anyway, Chris and Nicole. On the way to the retreat, Nicole and Chris are stuck in traffic. They running late. Nicole is huffing and puffing, complaining and whining because she feel like they going to get the worst room. She won't hush. The room they got was still nice. I feel like it was kind of like away from everybody. Like they was downstairs in the basement or something. But it was a nice room and it wasn't like next to nobody. I would have preferred it, honestly. Also, she wanted to talk to Chris about their living situations after D-Day, but he didn't want to talk about it. And that's a red flag. I don't know if they telling him to keep this up for the sake of the show, but if he really putting his foot down about this, especially it's new and fresh, like y'all should be anxious to be around each other. It's giving red flag. But I mean, he going around talking about I love you, but wants to live separate. Okay, so Nicole, she not even really in the mood to do the pageant show. She just in a mood, in a funk. But she ended up seeming like she was enjoying it. When the men came out, Chris came out with his Tina Turner wig on. I don't know why, what that had to do with the pageant, but okay. He passed the wig to Shaq. Shaq doing too much. He flipping his head. The thing come back. It wasn't secure. It slipped off and fell on the ground. I said, my goodness. At group dinner, Chris states like whenever they disagree, they work through things and they come to an agreement. And Nicole doesn't seem to get annoyed at their consistent communication. That's not what's coming across on the screen. It's seeming like she's doing a lot of compromising and you doing all the dictating, and you seem to be getting annoyed at her every time she gets this feeling insecure about herself. But whatever, they tell everyone they said the L word. Good for them. It's Nicole and Clint's B-Day. That's why they're having the 80s theme party. So, on to Clint and Gina. The friends get to the couple's retreat and they notice that not only do they have to share a room, but they have to share a bed. And they haven't had to share a bed since the honeymoon. So, for the men's pageant, Gina slicked Clint's hair back into a man bun to give him more swag because she won't stop saying swag. Like, I thought we left that back in the 2010s. But anyway, I see what you did there, Gina. Okay, the man bun was doing something. It was giving Clint another new, fresh look. Okay, I see what you did there. He came out with no suit on, with his chest hairs on full display, and was upset that he came in last place. But you weren't dressed and prepared for a pageant. Like, I don't know what you was ready for, but you wasn't ready for the occasion. So Clint decides later on to go out with Bears because they had left food out and Bears was rummaging through the stuff. And I would have gotten in the car and went home. But he was out there getting all close to the Bears. The poor cameraman had to follow him. It was the whole thing. Then the morning after, sleeping in the bed together for the first time, the two homies go on a roller coaster ride and they talk about their ups and downs and blah blah blah. And I really don't see why we talking about this with two people that are not in a relationship. They're not a couple, so I don't want to hear what they talking about. Gina tells everyone at dinner that they're stuck in the friend zone and she ain't signed up for friendship. Like, she ain't want no friend. We know what you signed up for, and it wasn't for no husband either. Like, I feel like if a husband would have came about, fine, but that's not what you signed up for, and we been caught on to that. The first episode, when you let us know that you owned a hair salon, and you've been letting us know ever since. I think this might have been the first episode where she didn't mention it the entire time. But she won't give Clint a chance. It's not like Clint don't want her. She don't want him. So it's Clint's B-Day, and they're having fun at the party. Clint is happy that Gina is celebrating his birthday with him, and he was like mentioning, good things about them. She gonna bring up Chris and Nicole. Like, I know it's Nicole's birthday too, but was that necessary? I mean, it's the man's birthday. Like, give it a rest. And then wonder why y'all can't get out the friend zone. When you, every opportunity you make it known that y'all are friends and that's it. Can we please get to decision day? Like, I'm sorry. Usually I give y'all the best that I got, but this is all I got. Like, if I missed something, let me know in the comments because I couldn't stay awake. But I have some other reviews to do, so we're going to leave this alone. Be sure to like and most importantly subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.